We begin our journey in Montmartre, the artistic heart of Paris, perched high on a hill overlooking the city. The Sacré-Cœur Basilica stands as a beacon of white stone, a monument to faith and history. Just around the corner is the Place du Tertre, where artists have gathered for centuries to capture the spirit of Paris. Away from the crowds, the winding cobblestone streets whisper stories of the bohemians who once called this place home. The cafe culture here is timeless, a place to sit, sip an espresso, and watch the world go by. Did you know there is still a working vineyard in Paris? The Clos Montmartre is a hidden gem. La Maison Rose, the famous pink house, has been a favorite subject for painters like Utrillo. Windmills once dotted this hill, grinding flour and pressing grapes. Only a few remain today. Montmartre is not just about the past, it's a living canvas where modern street art meets historic architecture. As we descend from the heights, the sprawling city of Paris stretches out before us. At the bottom of the hill lies Pigalle, a district known for its neon lights and vibrant nightlife. And here stands the legendary Moulin Rouge, the birthplace of the can-can and a symbol of Parisian cabaret. Crossing the river to the left bank, we arrive at the energetic Saint-Michel fountain, the gateway to the Latin Quarter. Here lies Shakespeare and Company, the legendary bookstore that hosted writers like Hemingway and Joyce. This maze of narrow, winding streets dates back to the Middle Ages, keeping the medieval spirit alive. The prestigious Sorbonne University has been a center of learning since the 13th century, giving the quarter its name. Dominating the hill is the Pantheon, a mausoleum containing the remains of distinguished French citizens. For a taste of local life, we head to Rue Mouffetard, one of the oldest and liveliest market streets in Paris. A short stroll brings us to the Luxembourg Gardens, a favorite green escape for students and locals alike. The magnificent Luxembourg Palace, built for Marie de Medici, overlooks the central basin. The intellectual history here is palpable, with historic cafés that once hosted philosophers and revolutionaries. Hidden in plain sight are the Roman baths and the Cluny Museum, dedicated to the Middle Ages. Returning to the river, we browse the iconic green bookstalls, or bouquinistes, that line the Seine. And from this bank, we get a breathtaking view of Notre Dame Cathedral, standing guard over the Ile de la Cité. Our journey continues into the Marais, starting at the magnificent Hôtel de Ville, the seat of Paris's municipality. The Marais is a preserved historic district, spared from the massive 19th century renovations that changed much of Paris. At its heart lies the Place des Vosges, the oldest planned square in Paris, known for its perfect symmetry and red brick facades. Under these arcades, Victor Hugo once lived and wrote some of his most famous works. Today, his apartment is a museum, offering a glimpse into the life of the literary giant. Turning onto the Rue des Rosiers, we enter the Pletzel, the historic Jewish quarter of Paris. The street is famous for its bakeries and, of course, the best falafel in the city. The Marais is also home to grand private mansions, or hôtels particuliers, hidden behind imposing gates. One of these, the Musée Carnavalet, is dedicated to the history of Paris itself. Nearby is the Picasso Museum, housed in the magnificent Hôtel Salé. Today, these historic streets are lined with trendy boutiques and art galleries. If you like this content, please help us by hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when we upload additional content. We enter the heart of Royal Paris at the Louvre Museum, home to the iconic glass pyramid. Once a fortress, then a royal palace, this sprawling complex is now the world's largest art museum. Just opposite stands the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, celebrating Napoleon's victories. Beyond the arch lie the Tuileries Gardens, created by Catherine de' Medici in the 16th century. The Grand Bassin is a classic Parisian spot to sit in a green chair and enjoy the sun. The gardens are an open-air museum filled with classical statues and sculptures. Perfectly manicured rows of trees offer shade and symmetry, a hallmark of the French formal garden style. At the far end sits the Musée de l'Orangerie, home to Monet's famous water lilies. Looking ahead, we see the Place de la Concorde and its ancient Egyptian obelisk. We stroll back along the Seine, the lifeblood of the city. Finally, we reach the Pont des Arts, a pedestrian bridge offering some of the most romantic views in Paris. If you like this content, please help us by hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when we upload additional content. For our final leg, we start at the Grand Palais, an architectural masterpiece of the Belle Époque. Here begins the Avenue des Champs-Élysées, often called the most beautiful avenue in the world. This iconic boulevard is a temple of luxury, home to the most prestigious fashion houses. And of course, no walk is complete without admiring the pastel treats at La Durée. As we ascend the avenue, the colossal Arc de Triomphe dominates the horizon. Commissioned by Napoleon, it honors those who fought and died for France. Beneath the vault lies the tomb of the unknown soldier from World War I. From the top, the 12 avenues radiate outward like a star, giving this place its name, L'Étoile. As our 30-minute journey comes to a close, Paris lights up one last time. We've walked from the hills of Montmartre to the banks of the Seine, seeing the heart of this magnificent city. Thank you for joining us on this walking tour of Paris. If you like this content, please help us by hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when we upload additional content.